What is it? Do I need to talk into the side? Is it the side of it? Is that what's better? I don't know. Why is my head so big? Let's get a smaller head. I think I like that better. I don't know. We got a lot going on here. Let's see. Pull this down a little bit. Pull that down a little bit. Let's get into it. We're going to learn how to buy foreclosures live right now. Nope, don't want to do that. I want to do that. And I want to do that. And I want to do that. All right. We are live. We're going to learn how to buy foreclosures live right now. If you're new here, my name is Will. I'm coming to you live from Austin, Texas. I go live all the time, and I teach you what I did to get financially free at 29. We're going to walk through how we buy assets that produce profit. So we're going to go into that live right now. And I'm going to walk you through foreclosures. In case you're new here, we go live all the time, and we learn how to buy foreclosures. These are some of the deals we've been walking through this week. If you want to learn how to find and evaluate foreclosures, we're going to do it some live tonight. I'm going to walk you through a couple of these different principles, and there's 5 basic steps we're going to go through. Hello, sir. Hello. We're going to go through 5 basic steps of evaluating foreclosures. I'm going to teach you step by step exactly what I do live tonight. So if you want to learn how to find foreclosures that produce profit, we're going to walk through it. Earlier this week, we found one with a value of $320. Good evening, Mario. Good evening. If you're new here, let me know in the comments what state you're tuning in from, and I will teach you how to find foreclosures in your state. Just let me know in the comments what state you're in. I'm in Texas. If you're in Arizona or Georgia or Mississippi or California or Oregon or Maine or Florida, let me know in the comments. If you're in a state of delusion or denial, or let me know that too. North Carolina checking in. Odessa checking in. Odessa, Texas. Good morning, Odessa. Let's get into this. So let's learn how to find and evaluate foreclosures. And let's get started. We're going to teach my first 5 steps. Live, Connecticut. Arizona, you know it. Oh, my gosh. JoJo, we got some Arizona action, don't we? Let's go, baby. Mars, what's up, Mars? Welcome. Just for you. You're the only 10 I see. What's up, Mario Sweet? North Carolina, stand up. Oh, awesome. All right, so let's go through a little bit. I'm actually going to show you one of the things I did for JoJo earlier. Josephine had a great question in our group, and it took me some digging. Yes, let's go. Yeah, let's go. I might need to fly out there. We should go to an auction. It took me some digging. Arizona was not easy. It's not as bad as California, but I'm going to walk you through it. So step number 1, in case you're new here, I'm going to teach you the first 5 steps to finding and evaluating foreclosures live right now. So what you want to do is you want to start with figuring out the principle. Number 1 is somebody in your state by law has to maintain property records. It is their job. What's up, real estate rehabber? It's their job. You rang. Oh, my gosh. This guy. What's up, Brian Hooper? What's up, dude? The foreclosure king is in the house. If you want to learn how to find and evaluate foreclosures, and you want to learn from the master of disaster himself, I pinned Brian Hooper's comment. Go tap the follow button and go follow Brian Hooper right now. Everybody go follow him and come back in the comments and type F, and then I'm going to teach my first 5 steps to evaluating foreclosures. Everybody type 5 in the comments after you follow him, or type F in the comments after you follow him. That way I know you got to follow by Brian Hooper. He's been in foreclosure industry since 2008. So 2008 minus 2025. That's a long time. F. Let's go. Yeah, go follow Brian. He's a stud. 5. Okay, so here we go. Step number 1. One of the first things you have to understand about foreclosures is that you got to figure out by law, somebody in your state has to maintain property records. They have to keep record. If there's a real estate transaction, there's a mortgage, there's a deed of trust, there's a lien. If we figure out who that is, we're going to go to that source. So step number 1 to figure out foreclosures is we're going to go to who maintains property records in your state. So I live in Texas. I'm going to Google who maintains property records in Texas, and that's going to take me to the county clerk's office. If I lived in Arizona, I'm going to go who maintains property records in Arizona. Who maintains property records in Arizona are maintained primarily by the county recorder's office. Do y'all want to watch me evaluate a foreclosure live right now? Type 1 for yes. So you just want to follow this process. Who is keeping track of the real estate transactions in your state? Who is that? Go to the Google machine and ask the great Google in the sky. 1. All right, here we go. So let's hop over to Arizona for Josephine. All right, just going to give you a little breakdown of what we did. It took a little bit more digging than this, but I'm going to show you. We're in Maricopa County. All I did was Google who maintains property records in Arizona. Maricopa County right there. There's the website. And I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to plug in notice. Oh, wait, document title. Here we go. Notice of trustee sale, right? Notice of trustee sale. Boom. Everybody see that? Everybody watching me? We're evaluating a foreclosure live. If you want to hang out with us every day, come up here and tap on the follow button. And then I'm going to adjust my dates. So I'm going to pick May 1st through June of 2025, and I'm going to click the search button. Cool? Here we go. Here we go. If you want to hang out with us every single day and learn how to find assets that produce profit, come up here and tap on the follow button on the TikTok Live. All right, so now I found the Maricopa County. All I did was go to Google, and I said, who maintains property records in Arizona? So I went to Maricopa County, which is a great name, Maricopa. It just feels good coming off the tongue. So I found right here, foreclosure, recording date. This is the date they filed it with the county. Let's click on this button. You ready? We're going to evaluate this foreclosure live. I'm going to click on this PDF. Right here, PDF all pages. Boop. Found it. Ah, okay. Notice a trustee seal. So this is the actual document of the announcement of the foreclosure. Everybody see it? Type F for foreclosure in the comments. Do you see this? I'm going to walk you through what we're going to look for on this document and evaluate it live, you and I. Live. Just me and you. Just me and you, JoJo. And just me and you, Aisha. Okay, just the three of us. That's it. Okay, that's it. Just the three of us. Nobody else. All right, here we go. You ready? Notice a trustee seal. A couple of pieces of information that I'm going to look for. Arizona actually does a good job of keeping their information on their records. Yo mama and yo cousin too. Oh my God. Just me and you. Yo mama and yo cousin too. You heard that in the back? I know. Oh my gosh. So here we go. Number one, we're going to look for the debt. Me. Okay. All right, Isabel, you too. All right. And then me and yo mama and yo cousin too. We found the debt. Everybody type D in the comments. So right here, the original principal balance of $364,000. Josephine, this is where you are going to prosper. Your experience in the mortgage industry is going to crush in this asset type. $364,000 is the debt on this asset. 364, 1, 2, 3. Bam. Now I'm going to go look up the value. So I'm going to go back to that foreclosure announcement, 364, and I'm going to look for some pieces of information. As I'm scanning and looking for the address, I'm going to look at the deed of trust date. The deed of trust is the contracted debt amount on this asset. So I know the deed of trust was dated in 2021. How many years ago was 2021? Let me know in the comments. Now, a couple of different angles that you would go about some people's strategy to buying assets that produce profit is they might reach out to the asset owner and say, hey, to save you from foreclosure, why don't you and I one-on-one work on a deal? That's totally something you can do. If they got a foreclosure, if they got a deed in 2021, that's almost 4 years ago, their interest rate is likely lower than it is today. Yes? Type yes in the comments if you're with me. So what I can do is I can go to Mortgage News Daily, which is just a website I use. You can just search historical mortgage rate chart. I'm going to go to Mortgage News Daily, and I'm going to go back to 2021. What were the interest rates in 2021? Oh, wow, 3%. So I could reach out to the owner, and I could say, hey, I see that your foreclosure is going to go to auction in July. I would love to keep this off of your credit. Would you be open to you and I discussing some kind of way to help you save this? And just see what they say. So then I can go, well, I can't afford to buy this at 7%, but if I can give you a down payment instead of giving the lender a down payment, I can take over your mortgage at 3%. You walk away with cash. You don't have a foreclosure show up on your record. Would you be open to something like that? So I find something that's going to benefit them and be in their best interest, and then I can acquire an asset at 3% interest. Everybody with me on this? Type 1 for yes, type 2 for no. That's one angle. We're not going to talk about that angle today, but I wanted to show you that's a path. Now let's go back to this foreclosure announcement. I know there might be some equity in it. And let's go look up the address. I think the address on this guy. Where's my Zoom action? Zoom is getting a little out of control. Cool. All right. If you're new here, by the way, what's up, Charlie in the house? If you're new here, my name is Will. I'm coming to you live from Austin, Texas. Right now, we're evaluating a foreclosure live. If you want to hang out with us all the time, I teach you how to find assets that produce profit. Just come up here and tap on the follow button up here by my dinosaur, Bob. While you're here, say hi, Bob. If you want to register for a class, I'm teaching June 12th. That's this Thursday. If you want to practice buying assets like real estate, laundromats, parking lots, self-storage in virtual reality without spending any money, if you want to learn how to do that, just type P in the chat for practice, and I will show you how to get registered for Thursday's class, where I'm going to teach you how to practice in virtual reality. You put on your VR goggles, you practice buying assets with no money and no risk, and you buy them over and over and over again, so you get the experience without the risk. That class is this Thursday. Just type P in the chat, and I'll show you how to register. Okay, so now I'm going to go back, and we're going to look at this foreclosure document. I'm going to look for the address. I can see here's the legal address, lot 214, Geneva Estates, blah, 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 blah. PPP, what's up? Hello, Bob. If you want to register for Thursday night's class, there's a green face up here. Tap on my green face. When you tap on the green face again, it's going to pop up one more time. So tap here, boop, and then tap here, boop. That's going to take you to my main TikTok profile. When you get to my TikTok profile, you'll see my website. Let me show you how to do this real quick, and then we're going to finish evaluating this asset. So it's going to take you to my, my TikTok profile. I don't think I paid my internet bill because it's not loading. Oh, it's because we're streaming. So maybe we're like bogged down. When you get to my TikTok profile, just tap on my website. When you tap on the website, that's how you can register. The class is free. The passive asset class, June 12th. Once you register, come in the comments and say I'm in. I'm going to go slow and walk through this asset slowly. So go register, then come back and say I'm in, and then I'll know you got in, and then we can kind of resume. Cool? So the class is this Thursday, June 12th. Well, what I found here is the address. All we did so far is we found the debt on this asset. Now we're going to look at the value, and we're going to estimate our potential profit on this foreclosure. So I look at this address, and it says 1415 East Tonto Drive. All right. So then I just go to the Google machine, and I type in 1415 East Tonto Drive, and I find that Zillow estimates their value to be $905,000. So I'm going to take that estimated ballpark value, and I'm going to plug in $905,000. And then I'm going to take my formula for my potential profit, which subtracts the value from the debt, which is the first bid, and that's going to give my potential profit for $541,000. So in the comments below, I want you to vote. Is $500,000 enough profit for us to continue researching this deal? Type 1 for yes, type 2 for no. What do you think? Should we continue researching this foreclosure live right now? You let me know. What do you think? Should we continue? It's $500,000. If that's our potential profit, should we continue? Yeah, I think maybe. I'm not too bougie. Are you too bougie? I'm not too bougie. Are you too bougie? I'm good. I can do. So in like a minute and a half, in like 500K. Justin, I've been there. I've been there, dog. I've been there. I'm in. Let's go. If you didn't get a chance to register for June 12th class, the class is free. When you get to my TikTok profile, just tap on my website. When you tap on the website, it's going to look like this. It's going to say passive asset class, June 12th. I'm going to go live, and I'm going to teach you for free how we find assets that produce profit, and we put on our virtual reality goggles, and we practice buying them without money and without risk. You buy them over and over and over and over again so you can gain the skill without risking your cash. If you want to register for the class, it's free. Just get to my TikTok profile. When you get to my TikTok profile, register there, tap on the website. How do you get to my TikTok profile? Green face, the same green face you see here. Tap it there when it pops up. All right, we're going to do another foreclosure. You want to see one more? Wait, let's finish this one. Let's just pause here. I'm going to go to a different county and show you some other records. We're going to play a game called What's the Biggest One You've Ever Seen? I'm going to show you that here in a second. But on this one, out of the gate, we've got a mortgage from 2021. We've got a potential profit, really decent potential profit. Let me give you another example. So let's reset from the top. I'm going to teach you how to find this information right now. Don't show it. Don't show it. I'm not going to show it. I'm not going to show it. Oh my gosh. So in the comments below, what state do you live in? What state do you live in? And then what I would recommend, one of the things that we're going to talk about on Thursday, I'm going to show you how to fast track some of this stuff. So we can find a lot of information quickly, but we always want to remember how to get to the source. So we can find these properties. Like I use Zoom a lot. We can find these properties. We can find out the first bid. We can find out what they sold for. Some of these already sold. What did they sell for before we got here? I was in Dallas County in June, this first week of June, with my man Mike. And we found several different properties that sold. The final sale price, going once, going twice, sold to the guy in the back. It sold. And we looked it up on Zillow, and Zillow had a $70,000 to $90,000 profit on it. I'm going to walk you through this. Hidalgo County, Texas, Pennsylvania. Good morning. Good morning, California. So step number 1 of finding and evaluating foreclosures, you want to go to the internet machine and search for who maintains property records in your state. If I lived in Pennsylvania, I would want to go figure out who is keeping track of all these property records. When a house gets bought and sold in the state of Pennsylvania, who is in charge of keeping track of that? Colorado. If I was in Colorado, I would want to figure out who maintains property records. By law, somebody in your state is keeping track of that. Step number 1, figure out who that is. Everybody with me on this? Say yes in the comments if you're with me. That's step number 1 to finding and evaluating foreclosures. If you're new here, my name is Will. I go live all the time, and I teach you how to find assets that produce profit. If you want to hang out with us every day, tap on the follow button. Yes? Okay, cool. Now we got number 1 out of the way. Let's hop up to Dallas County. That's where I was. I'm just going to go to the Google machine. So watch this. Let's pretend like I'm you, you're me. We're here together as a big, happy family. I go to who maintains property records in Texas? I've never done this before. In Texas, property records are maintained by the county clerk. All right. Let's say I live in Dallas, and I go to Dallas County Clerk. I don't know. The guy on TikTok says this is how you do it. Let's search it. Dallas County Clerk. You ready? Watch this. I click on the button. Boom. Now that I'm at the source, which is step number 2, go to the source. I need to look for the list of foreclosures, which is step number 3. Where's the list of foreclosures? Now, if I can't find it, can I call them? Yeah, I could call them. I say, hey, girl, hey, I'm on your website. I can't find it. Can you help me? I'm looking for the list of foreclosures. The guy on TikTok told me to. Yeah, I know that guy. He calls all the time. Oh, look at this. Here's the list of foreclosures. I'm going to click on the list. This is what you're going to see in Dallas County. It says find foreclosure notices. By law, they have to announce the foreclosures that are coming. So now I found the list. So I'm building my list for the month of July. Boom. Y'all want to evaluate one right now? Type 1 for yes, type 2 for no. You want to look at one? Let's hop over to Duncanville. Let's go to Garland. Y'all want to look at one live? What do y'all think? Yeah? All right, here we go. Let's look at one live. So this is what the announcement looks like. Hear ye, we have thy foreclosure. This is what it looks like. This is the announcement, the notice of foreclosure, 21 days in advance of sale date. Let's go. Yeah, dude, we're on it, doggone it. So notice of substitute trustee sale. I'm looking for 2 pieces of information. If you're taking notes at home, type 2 in the comments. Piece of information number 1 is I want to look for the debt amount, $492,000. $492,000. The second piece of information I want to look for is the date of the deed of trust. November 19th, 2021. 4 years ago, right? Okay, so maybe it appreciated in value some. Maybe some of the debt's been paid down. Maybe some of the interest has been paid, all that. I don't know, but there's some decent information there. Now, on this one, there's a property address. I know the debt is $492,000, which is likely what the bid is going to be at. Do I hear $492,000? That's how they're going to start the auction out. Before we get too deep into this game, let's go to search the value of this property. Let's just plug the address into the internet machine and ask it how much this thing is worth. So we're going to go to Zillow. Ooh. Everybody say, ugh. If you can spell that at home, you get bonus points. Ugh. All right, the value is $355,000. The beginning bid may be $492,000. Ugh. All right, so let's plug this into our calculator in case you're a knucklehead like me. So the remaining debt on this mortgage is $492,000. What do they have, negative equity from the house before? Is that a thing? $355,000 is the value. So if we buy this thing, our potential profit could be negative $136,000. How many of y'all like this deal? Say yes. How many of you are like, wait a minute, that doesn't seem like the right direction? No one can spell it. Yeah, what's up, Matthew Billman? Let's go. Yeah, no one's like, I'm not spelling that. Good morning. Good evening. Matthew Billman, let's go in the house. Okay, Matthew Billman taught me something. You see how I did this? Matthew Billman taught me. He was trying to get ready for the Dallas County auction last month. He was there in Dallas County with us, with our group, the Passive Income Club. And I was like, hey, did you get your numbers done? You ready for the event? He goes, I did them last night. I go, why did you wait till the last minute? He goes, well, if I wait till the last minute, it only takes a minute. I was like, oh, that makes sense. See, now, Matt, you can't charge me for taking your quote because I credit you to the quote. You see how that works? Oh, my gosh. So here we go. This one is a loser. So we're not going to do this one. We're going to pass. Let's go back to Dallas County real quick. While we're here, let's go to Garland number 2. Let's see if Garland number 2 can help us out. So again, notice of foreclosure auction. So Matt, this is the notice of the foreclosure. If you're new here, my name is Will. I'm coming to you live from Austin, Texas. I go live all the time, and I teach you how to find and evaluate assets that produce profit. Tonight is foreclosure night. If you want to learn how to find foreclosures, make sure you come up here and you tap on the follow button somewhere on your TikTok live. Cool? Love it. Let's go. So I'm looking for 2 pieces of information. The first piece of information that I'm looking for is the debt amount. Sometimes it's on here, sometimes it's not. All right, let's see. Deed of trust, contract lien. Oh, here we go. Original principal amount. What is this amount? I'm going to zoom in for you guys. Let me know in the comments how much debt is on this asset. Let me know. Where's the bidding going to begin? Do one for California. If I get time, I will. How much debt is on this one? Let me know in the comments. How much debt do you see on this foreclosure? 149, right? $149,000. Somebody says PropStream in the comments. Where do you think PropStream gets their data from? Should we trust a third-party source, or should we go straight to the action? $150,000, right? So that's the debt. That's the beginning. Do I hear $149,000? That's how they're going to start. The bank is going to get first bid. The mortgage servicer is going to get first bid. We bid $149, open to you for $150. $149, $1, Bob. Okay, so that is that. Now let's go look at the date. Principle number 2. Look at this. Instrument to be foreclosed. So we're looking at this right here. It says, the instrument to be foreclosed is the deed of trust or contract lien. Always trust third-party source. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can always trust them. Yeah, that's exactly right. If you look at their terms and conditions, I want you to look at all the liability waivers they place in their stuff. I'm not saying don't trust PropertyStream, but I'm saying don't trust PropertyStream. I would say that's not like the thing I'm going to hang my hat on. Look at the, wait, hold on, time out. Check this out. Bob Barker reference. Let's go, Jason. They have a contract, a deed of trust. They have a debt, a mortgage from 2005. Everybody in the comments, let me know. How many years ago was 2005? How many years ago was that? I'm no rocket surgeon, but if I add up all my fingers and toesies, I before E except after C's, meese and moose and goose and geese, I might be able to figure this one out. That's 20 years ago. If they got a 30-year mortgage and 20 years have gone by, do you think there's less debt on this house or is there more? If there's less debt, type L. If there's more debt, type M. What do you think? That's a handful of wrinkles ago. Oh my God, I quit. Don't quit, Jojo. Don't quit yet. No way it was 20 years ago. Deep breath, Josephine. We're going to get through this. Did you know that, like, if you were a bartender, I'm not a bartender. If you were a bartender, do you know what year you're looking for on the identification to make sure they're 21 years old? Let me know in the comments. Does anybody know? My nails. What do you look? Hey, I'm looking at their driver's license and to make sure I can sell them at the bar. 2004. That 21 years old. Is that crazy? It depends if they refi, for sure. 04. Is that wild? Oh my gosh. All right, so here we go. We got a 20-year mortgage. We're going to go double check any other additional liens in here. But let's take a look at this thing. That's really good information. That's the point I wanted to make to you. Let's go to the debt amount. So they got $149,600. Let's see if we can find the address. Now we're looking for the value. Everybody show me your V's in the comments. Just pull your V's out and put it in the comments for me. We're looking for the value on this asset. So I'm going to take the address. It happens to be on the foreclosure announcement. I'm going to copy that that address, and I'm going to plug it into the Google machine. The Google machine, great Google in the sky. Will you take me to the value of this house? And I could go to the county appraiser district. I could do all kinds of stuff to estimate. Look at this, $438,000. Okay, shoot. $149,000 at the beginning bid. Value could be $438,000, leaving us with a potential profit of, let me adjust my little color coordinator. Stand by. Bink. All right, here we go. Value $438,000, debt $149,000, potential profit $289,000. How many of you want to continue researching this foreclosure? Type 1 for yes, type 2 for no. If you're new here, my name is Will. I go live all the time and I teach you how to find assets that produce profit. If you want to hang out with us tonight and learn how to find foreclosures, come up here and tap on the follow button. Me, more cowboy than you. Let's go. All right, we're going to keep researching this asset. Now let's go see if they have any other additional liens, if they refinance that 20-year mortgage, if there's any other additional debt on this asset. This is step number 4 or 5. I get lost in my own sauce. A lien is a debt is a lien. Raise my hand. Hey from Canada. Good eye, mate. Good to see you. Now I'm going to go back. Remember, how would I find this information? How many of you want to learn how to find foreclosures with step number 1? Type 1 in the comments if you just got here. Like, wait, slow down, dude. I just got here. How do I find foreclosures? Type 1 if that's you. By the way, if you're new here and you didn't get a chance to register, I'm teaching a free class June 12th. How do I find assets? How do I practice buying them in virtual reality like a video game where I practice buying them without money and without risk so I can buy them over and over and over and over again, reset the game and start over. If you want to do that and learn how to do that, my class that I'm teaching free is this Thursday. To register, go to my TikTok profile. If you need help registering, just comment the word help and I'll show you how to get there. When you get to my TikTok profile, when you tap on the website, it's going to say Passive Asset Class June 12th. Cool? If you need help registering for the class on this Thursday, just type help in the comments and I'll help you out. But that's how you get there in my TikTok profile. Once you register, come in the comments and say I'm in. All right, so now we need to go look at liens. A lien is a debt is a lien. Let's go figure this out. So step number 1, in case you just got here, is we need to figure out who maintains property records in our state. By law, somebody in your state is in charge of keeping record of all the transactions. And then Uncle Russ, and then once you register for Thursday's class, come in the comments like Uncle Russ and say, I'm in, so I know you got registered. Who maintains property records in Texas? Who maintains property records in MIS, SIS, SIPPI, Mississippi? Well, the county chancery clerks. Once I figure out who keeps records of property taxes, let's go, Golden Greek, let's go. Once you figure out who maintains property records in your state, we're going to go to that source. So I know it's the Dallas County Clerk. It's the county clerk who maintains property records in Texas. So I'm like you. I'm like, man, I've never done this before. Who maintains property records in Texas? I'm searching live with you. We're going to figure this out together. Texas property records are maintained by the county clerk. I go, oh, okay, cool. So let's go to Dallas County Clerk. So I'm going to click on Dallas County Clerk. I go, ooh, there's the website. Bam. Now I'm going to Arizona. Let's go Arizona. I'll show you Arizona in just a second. I'm in the Dallas County Clerk's office, and I'm going to look for the property record search now. So in the beginning, I'm going to search for the foreclosure list. And there's a big button right there, and I would just tap on that. So I already did that. We're looking at the asset right now. The asset we're looking at has a debt. The beginning bid is going to be $149. The value is $438. The potential profit's $289,000. So we already found a property that we're interested in. It's this property right here, but we want to make sure that there's no other additional debts on that asset. So when I go to Dallas County Clerk, the source of all the records, I'm going to click on the public record search. You see that there? Yeah? Hey, what's up, girl? Good morning. Good evening. Okay, so here we go. I found the public records. So look at this. Dallas County Clerk. There's John Warren. He's the county clerk there. Official record search. So I found the official record search. I'm going to take the information from the foreclosure announcement. From the what? That's right, from the foreclosure announcement. And I'm going to look for information on here that I can use. The thing that I'm really looking for is the debt and any other additional liens. So I can see right here, I've got a deed of trust contract lien dated 4/7/2005. These older ones are kind of difficult to find, but I'm going to take this deed of trust number and I'm going to try to copy that. My county charges $20 weekly foreclosure list. Any way to get it for free? Maybe. I would call them. And ask what's going on. But sometimes they do charge, like Tennessee charges. Okay, so this is too much. This is the book. This is the volume. I need something else. Page 057133 3314121. 3314121. Okay, let's remember that. Let's go back. And let's see if I can plug these two numbers together. Let's see if this is how it works. I'm just trying to reverse engineer. Usually it's simpler than more. That's not it. That's too long of a number. Yeah, okay, let's do this. I'm going to do something a little sneaky. Let me do this. Okay, let's take this information and let's go to the county clerk's office. Let's go back to the property record search. Let's plug this in and see if we can find it. You ready? What county state is that? Yeah. We can do that. Absolutely. Exactly. 2005, deed of trust. Okay, when did they buy this asset? So what I'm trying to do is trying to nail down the record. By the way, I'm in. If y'all didn't get a chance to register for Thursday's class, go do it now. If you can't find stuff in your area, what I would recommend you do is go to Zoom.com. Everybody spells Zoom in the comments, just like how I said it. Everybody type Zoom in the comments. Zoom. How do you spell Zoom? Type it in the comments. I'm going to show you the website here in just a second. So I'm just going to confirm this while you type Zoom. Okay, April 13th, 2005. Okay, it's filed April 12th. Dude, they filed the document with the county before it was signed? That's wild. Okay, all right. Zome, yeah. So Zome is like one of the top 5 worst names ever. It's Xome. Nobody knows how to spell it. That's not your fault. But Zome has foreclosure auctions all the time. Xome, there it is. No disrespect to Zome. We got to work on our name. However, I can go there and I can type in my state. And it's going to search a lot of information. So if your county is charging for records for the county clerk level, I would go start here. Xome, Zome.com. Fun fact, the original name was EMOH, Emo. Alexa, play Hawthorne Heights. Is that emo enough? What's the other one? What's the I Write Sins Not Tragedies? Who wrote that song? Let's go emo phase. Okay, so now I can go to Zome. You can look all that stuff up, but let's finish all this document, this property here. Okay, so I'm at the records division. I'm looking for the deed of trust, release of lien, assessment of lien, assignment of lien, Bank of New York, assignment of lien 2022. Let's see if they did refinance. Look at this. Josephine, do you see this is where you would crush it? Like looking at all this stuff. Okay, it's successor assigns. How long have you been live? Yeah, it took a teenager to tell him it was a terrible idea. Oh my gosh. We got to work on that. Courtney, we've been live since this morning. Where have you been? Have you been working today? That's a surprise to all of us. Okay, so look at this. It says assignment of deed of trust, but it's only $18,000. Okay, it says deed of trust dated April 7th, 2005. So this looks like as nominee, Greenport Mortgage Funding, its successor, and assigns. All right, I'm just for giggles, we're gonna add this in. Mule reporting for duty. Let's go. A little late. I'm gonna pretend like this is a second lien. Let's just pretend for the sake of this TikTok live that's a second lien. But I think that's the remaining balance on that lien. 18 grand. So let's go here. Let's go. If you only knew how hard I worked, good sir, multitasking. Okay, all right, fair enough. Okay, there's another assignment of lien. Let's just pretend all of these are additional liens. corporate assignment of deed of trust for good and valuable consideration, mortgage electronic system, the Deutschen Banken. So sometimes these are going to be when one mortgage company buys it from another mortgage company. How many of you have ever closed on a house in one mortgage company? You're like, I'm paying this company. And you get a letter in the mail saying, nah, psych, we bought your mortgage. You got to pay us now. Anybody that ever happened? Type 1 for yes. So that's a lot of what's going on here. I'm just confirming this. Let me go to this next page. Should be the signatures, instrument number. Okay. Oops. Boop. Boop. Okay. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I'm not worried about that one. All the time. All the time. So it doesn't mean there's an additional lien. I'm pretending like we got an additional lien. Assignment of lien, homeowners association. This is likely one of the reasons it's getting foreclosed on. Did you know that your homeowners association can put a lien on your house and it could escalate to losing your money? Bruce Lee, where you been? I didn't know you were on in the evening. I must live under a rock. Almost the same week, same property for sure. Yeah, this is the same property. 1209 Ribbery Lane. What a weird name, Ribbery. That's like a frog with a lisp, Ribbery. Let's go. HOA lien. So we've got an HOA lien. Let's add it to our board, 1977. Let's call that $2,000. So let's pretend this is all done. We've got another $2,000 lien. We've got a $20,000 in total liens. We're going to take our total potential profit, and we're going to pull this down. So check this out. On our foreclosure, the value, everybody pay attention. The value, Will works for me. Let's go, Courtney. The value is $438. The debt is $149. Potential profit before the liens is $289,000. We found about $20,000 in liens, leaving us with a total potential profit of $269,000. Should we continue researching this asset? Type 1 for yes, type 2 for no. What? Should we continue researching this deal? Should we add it to our board and continue looking at this thing? What do you think? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Come on now. If you're new here, by the way, and you didn't get a chance to register, I've got a class I'm teaching this Thursday. I have never done a Thursday night class like this before. If you want to register, this is probably going to be the last time I do a Thursday night. If you want to register, the class is free. Just go to my TikTok profile. You see my big green face right here now on the screen? There's a big green face up here. Tap on the green face, then tap on the green face again. That's going to take you to my TikTok profile, which you see right here. Tap on my TikTok profile, that website. When you tap on the website, it's going to take you here. That's where you register. The class is free. What are we teaching? We're going to learn how to find assets, how do we evaluate them to make sure they produce profit, and we're going to practice buying them over and over and over again in virtual reality, like a video game. If you lose in a video game, you just hit reset. Same thing that we do with assets. We practice buying them over, reset. Practice buying them over and over and over again so you gain the skill without risking your money. If you want to register for that class, it's free this Thursday. TikTok profile, tap on my website. If you need any help registering, just type help in the comments and I'll help you out. Cool? All right, here we go. Boop, boop. That's right. Yeah, come up here and tap on the green face. Boop, boop. Then come down here and tap on the green face. Boop, boop. Now you're in my main TikTok profile. Tap on the website. Let's go. All right, here we go. Curious Echoes in the house. All right, y'all want to do Arizona? Let's go back to Arizona. Check this out. Maricopa County almost kicked my butt today, but I didn't let it win. So we're going to start from the tippy top. If you want to learn the first 5 steps to evaluating foreclosures, type 5 in the comments, and I'll walk you through this. What if you've got no money? That's okay. Can you gain the skill? Value equals money. Money equals value. So if I take money, I can go buy value. I can take my money. I can buy a nice, hot cup of coffee in the morning, and I'm like, this is good stuff. Or if I don't have any money, I could provide value. I could make a nice, hot cup of coffee, and I could sell it to somebody, and they would give me money for the value. So that's how you exchange. If you want to earn more income, you increase your value, or you demonstrate your value more clearly to the people with money. So if you have value, you can earn money. If I don't have any money to buy the assets, maybe I can go find assets, take the deal to rich people that have money but no time, and that's the value that I can provide. You ready? All right, here we go. What if you only have 100K? If you can do it with 0, you can do it with 100. Let's get into it. So step number 1, in case you're new here, of my 5 steps to finding and evaluating foreclosures. Step number 1, we have to figure out who maintains property records in your state. By law, somebody is in charge of keeping property records, keeping that transaction. So when a house gets bought and sold in your state, who keeps record of those transactions? So I would go to the Google machine. Let me know in the comments what state you're in, and I'll Google it right now. Hit it with the old Googler. The Googler, not to be confused with the gargler. Who maintains property records in Texas? Boop. Let's see. In Texas, property records are maintained by the county clerk. I can go to Ask Jeeves. I can go to AOL. Absolutely. Let's go to Utah. We haven't done Utah before. Who maintains property records in Utah? It says the Mormon Church Latter-day Saints. Who would have thought? I didn't know that. All right, Georgia. Was Georgia the other one? All right, let's go to Georgia. Here we go. I've got Georgia on my mind. In Georgia, the local county superior court. New York. What do you do next when you find the property in other liens? You would figure out your maximum bid price. You would factor out whatever expenses you think are in there. I was just kidding about Utah. It did not say the Church of Latter-day Saints. It said the county recorder's office. C. Brown, 1420. Let's go. Let's go. All right, here we go. In California. Get to the chopper. We're going to get to California. We're going to get foreclosures. That's not that good. We need to work on that one. Holy scoop. All right, in California, the county recorder's office. In Mississippi. Let's go. Okay, here we go. How would I invest $1 million buckaroos? Well, the name of the game to retire, to not have to work anymore, is we buy assets that produce income. So if I broke up that $1 million buckaroos, I would buy as much income as I can. In Florida, the county clerk courts. Boom. All right, here we go. It wasn't a bad impression, but it wasn't great. You almost had me on the Utah one. Almost. You're like, wait a minute. What's up, Deb? Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Oh, man. Sorry, I panicked. All right, so here we go. Check this out. Now that I know this, I'm going to go to Arizona. Let's go. Who maintains property records in Arizona? I did this earlier for Josephine. Arizona. In Arizona, property records are maintained by the county recorder's office. So what I did was I went to Maricopa County. Let's just type this in. Let's go to Maricopa County, Arizona. You ready? Maricopa County. Assessor. Bingo. Look at this. Found it. So let me show you what I did. Let's go back. So I'm at the Maricopa County document search section. What do I think about hotels? There's actually a hotel for foreclosure in the July auction in Bexar County. There's a hotel. There's an apartment. It's like 100 units or something. I think it was like a hotel they converted into an apartment. It's going up for foreclosure. A REIT. Anybody have a REIT inside of their, let me type this in. Anybody have one of these, REIT, investments inside of their 401k? I'm in. Anybody have a REIT inside their 401k as an investment option? Have you seen that? Or do you invest in REITs? If you do, type 1 for yes. If you've never heard of a REIT, type R, and I'll explain what a REIT is. And we'll go through that. But check this out. So I'm like, man, I'm really trying to figure out how to find foreclosures in Arizona. I'm like, man, how do I find it? I go, ooh. So now I'm going to come down here to the document search, document code. I'm going to type in the document code. Okay, so a REIT is a real estate investment trust, REIT, real estate, REIT, investment trust. And it's really just an investment fund that you can take money and you can put your money in that investment fund. And their goal is to go out there and buy real estate that returns you income. Well, there's a foreclosure in San Antonio where the REIT didn't quite work out. So they're foreclosing on the entire apartment complex. There's like 110 units or something. Good eye, mate. Good eye, Aussie zoologist. Good eye, see ya. So they're foreclosing on that asset, and it's owned by a REIT. Ugh. Not so good, but it happens. So here we go. Let's go to notice of trustee sale. Bam, look at this. I'm going to search in Maricopa County. I'm going to Bexar on 7-1. Dude, let's go. Wait, is it the second or the first? What is it? I don't know what it is, but dude, maybe we'll go to Bexar. How many properties are there that you're a part of? Let me know. How many properties are there? Maybe we'll do a Bexar County. The first? Okay. All right. I trust you. Okay. Arizona, it's the second. Posting day is tomorrow. Okay, cool. Roger that. We need to link up with Mike. We had a decent group there. I think it's a balance between inventory, like having enough inventory with Zoom, and like coordinating people. I think it's that balance. So I won't know the total number. Okay, until Wednesday. So here we go. I found the notice of trustee sale. I'm going to adjust my dates and let's go search. Now let's go look at foreclosures. We're going to do this right now. You ready? Here we go. Searching. Let's go to number 2. We already did number 1 earlier. Joined. What's up? Do I post these lives on YouTube? Katie, I do not, but I've got a free class I'm teaching how to find assets. It's Thursday and it's free. If you want to register for the class, just type help in the comments and I'll show you how to register for free. You know, I've been going live this long. I didn't have a sip of tea. I can feel the raspiness setting in. All right, so check this out. Texas property is going to be 13% less month. Really? Wow. I will. You're the best, Sandra, Nico, Katie. Okay, so here's how you register. I'm gonna teach this foreclosure. We're gonna evaluate. We're gonna evaluate this foreclosure live right now. To register for Thursday's class, it's Thursday evening. If you want to register, it's free. I'm gonna teach you how to find assets, how to make sure they produce profit, and how to practice buying them in virtual reality, just like a video game. Because if you mess up in a video game, you just reset the game and you start over. Let's do that before we risk any money. So if you want to learn how to buy assets risk-free, register for Thursday. How do you do that? Well, this is my TikTok profile. You want to end up on my TikTok profile so you can tap my website. How do you get to my TikTok profile? You see my big green face down there? It's also up here next to my dinosaur Bob. Tap on the green face. Boop. When you tap on the green face, it's going to pop up one more time down here. Boop. Tap it again. That's going to take you to my TikTok profile. You can still hear me as I'm coaching you through this. Don't worry, I'll talk you through it. You're going to tap on the website. When the website pops up, it's going to say free passive asset class June 12th, 7 o'clock Central. Go register and then come back in the comments and say I'm in, and I will continue on the foreclosure training. So once you get registered, I'll wait for you. Come back in the comments and say I'm in so I know you got in. And we're going to pick up where we left off and go back to the foreclosure announcement in Arizona. This will give me time to wet my whistle, if you know what I mean. Wait, what is that? What does that mean? You're just going to have a drink, right? I got some hot tea. Anytime you do a lot of public speaking or you just talk a lot, you just yapper. If you're a big yapper, hot liquids is the key. I'm in. Awesome. All right, let's get back to life, back to reality. Let's get back to foreclosure. Back to foreclosures. Here we go. All right, so this is the announcement of the foreclosure there in Arizona. So we're looking for 2 pieces of information. Everybody type 2 in the comments. Katie, I'm in. Let's go, Katie. Let's go. Let's go. I do have a YouTube. You can go check it out. I just got verified on YouTube. So that's verification number 2. I'm working on the TikTok. Be cautious of all the fake accounts out there. I'm looking for 2 pieces of information. Information piece number 1 is the debt amount. You can see it's $527,000 here. I'm in. Let's go. BP Velez. I'm in. So 527 is the debt amount. And I'm also going to look at the date. So the deed of trust is dated 2021. That's like 4.5 years ago. I also see the address. 4151 East Campbell Avenue, Gilbert, Arizona. Here we go. 4151 East Gilbert. Wait, East what? Gilbert, Arizona? I forgot that street name. Is it this one? No, Tonto Drive. No, Tonto no like. Campbell. East Campbell. East Campbell and Gilbert. Campbell Avenue? Here we go. Let's go look at the value. I'm being followed by about 40 wills. Yeah. Don't send them money or feet pictures, Brian. It's not me. I will never ask, okay? I will never ask. So look at this one. They're trying to sell this thing before foreclosure. This thing is listed at $730,000. Dude, this looks like an Arizona house. It just looks hot. Dude, I'm sweating just looking at this thing. All right, this is nice. How many of y'all would live in this house? Yes? Oops. Oh, not again, Brian. They got you again? Dude. Oh, at least you're not sending money anymore. That's good news. Okay, so here we go. This is nice. This is like fine. This is a big house. Okay, cool. So this thing, the value. Everybody type V in the comments for value. Everybody type V in the comments. $700,000. Here we go. Let's add this to our board. $700,000 is the value. Let's figure out what the debt was. Does anybody remember the debt? What was the debt on this foreclosure announcement? $527. All right. $527,000. Pull down our potential profit out of the gate. Value is $700,000. The debt, the beginning bid at the foreclosure auction, $527,000 by Wells Fargo National Bank. Do I hear $528,000? You would get that next bid. That means a potential profit of $173,000. How many of you think we should continue researching this? Oh, that's a good area. Josephine, come on, girl. Let's go. Let's go. Should we continue researching this? Type 1 for yes, type 2 for no. What do you think? If you're new here, what's up, Texas Small Fry? I got it right this time. Good evening. If you're new here, my name is Will. I'm coming to you live from Austin, Texas. If you want to hang out with us every day, come up here and tippy tap tap on the follow button. Yes? Yes. I mean, Brian, if we get this foreclosure, that's one G-Wagon. Like the way that your wife outfits those things, that's like one G-Wagon. Hoop Mama would be happy. I think we should continue researching this asset. Let me show you another one. Let's go back to Maricopa County. And let's go to here. Maricopa County. Let's click this PDF here. We're going to teach. Yes, sir. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's go. All right. So here we go. Notice of trust. Brian, did you buy the rental in the college town? Did you do that? Notice of trustee sale. I need to know what you're doing with the extra cash. Because if you're just like drinking margaritas, how dare you not invite me? That's really the only thing. Okay, so this is the notice of the foreclosure sale. Deed of trust dated 2023, 2 years ago. Let's look at, ooh, All right, this is a Brian Hooper right here. This is a Gotham, 8.8 million. Yes, sir. You did? Oh, that was the other one. Okay, $8.8 million. How many of this is in your budget? Say yes. How many of this is just a bit outside of your budget? You're like, I had 8.7 million budgeted. 8.8 is out. So if this is in your budget, type 1. If this is just outside your budget, type 2 in the comments. This is a foreclosure going for $8.8 million. The street address is 9225 South 19th Street. 9225 South 19th Street. Is it Avenue? It is Avenue. Phoenix, Arizona. Here we go. Just outside. It's just a bit outside of your budget. Cool. Ooh. We got a little LoopNet action, a little commercial. Where is this? All right, so you get this big plot of land, $8.8 million foreclosure. Let's hit the Google machine on this one. Let's go to the maps. Let's see what we're around. I don't know. Let's go to the Mapolas. Mapolas is Spanish for maps, in case you guys didn't know. Okay, so we're looking in Phoenix. Phoenix is, I think, how you pronounce it. There's a Taco Bell. How many of you are in on the deal just because there's a Taco Bell nearby? I'm in. Hey, what's up, Jason? I'm in. Hello, Cassie. Good to see you. Hello. I'm in. Okay, so $8.8 million. It's raw land. It's going to be hard for us to evaluate this live right now. I'm going to move on to another one. So let's get rid of, wait, I want that one. Let's get rid of this guy. Let's do another one. Let's go to number 3. You ready? Number 3. What website am I using? How many of you, this is southwest part of town, never eat sour watermelons. I think it was Southwest. How many of you are new here and you want to learn how to evaluate foreclosures? Type F in the comments. I'm back. What's up, Trell the Barber? Where you been? Good evening. Well, now what we could do, Trell the Barber, we could take the equity that we talked about earlier. You've got equity trapped in your house. You could use equity to buy one of these assets. I'm not saying you should. I don't know anything about you other than you're a barber. You're probably awesome too. But this could be a deal. This could be something we do. So okay, if you're new here, my name is Will. I'm coming to you live from Austin, Texas. I'm going to teach you my first 5 steps to finding and evaluating foreclosures live. If you didn't get a chance to register for Thursday's class, I'm teaching a class for free, how to practice buying assets in virtual reality without risking your money. If you want to register for the class, comment help. Step number 1, how do I evaluate and find foreclosures? Where am I getting this information from? All of this is public record. Usually it's free. Who maintains property records is the thing you need to type into your Google machine at home and ask it what state you live in. Figure this out. Yeah, I need to. Let's go. Help. Okay, to register. Just go to my TikTok profile. Tap on my green face up here. Then tap on my green face again. That takes you to my TikTok profile. Tap on my website. When you tap on my website, it's going to look like this. Passive Asset Class, June 12th. That's where you register. I'm going to teach how we find assets that produce profit, and you practice buying them over and over and over again like a video game. You reset the game. No risk. No money. You practice the skill before you spend your cash. Once you register, come back in the comments and say I'm in. Okay, so I got lost in my sauce. Oh, yeah. Who maintains property records? So in the comments below, let me know what state you're in. What state are you tuning in from? If I was in North Carolina, I would go to the internet and I would say, who maintains property records in North Carolina? Both the real estate broker in charge and the real estate firm are, what the heck? State. Florida, Washington, Mississippi. Okay, the Register of Deeds at the county level in North Carolina. Michigan. Okay, you wrote it twice, so you must mean it. Michigan. Let's go Michigan. Here we go. Who maintains property records in Michigan? In Michigan, property records are maintained by the Register of Deeds for each county. Sorry, what do I do if I tap to your green face? Oh, great question. So when you tap on my green face, okay, fair point. Tap on my green face here, then tap on my green face there. It's going to take you to my TikTok profile, which looks like this down below. You're going to click on my website. When you click on my website, what a great question. Click on my website, it's going to pop up and look like this. And it's going to say Passive Asset Class June 12th. And then that's how you register. Cool. Great question. All right, so that's how I figured this out. Well, I did, if I live in Texas, and I do, typed in Texas. Who maintains property records in Texas? By law, somebody has to keep track of this stuff. The county clerk. Well, it's the same thing in Arizona. What we're doing right now, you are entertaining. Oh, my gosh, I'm happy to help. I'm in. So I went to Arizona. I went to Maricopa County just because I like the way Maricopa sounds. Maricopa County. It just feels good, just the way it rolls off the tongue. Okay, here we go. There's the trustee. Okay, here we go. We found one. All right, so I went to Maricopa County, and we're looking for 2 pieces of information. Everybody type 2 in the comments. Camille, what's up, Camille? Good to see you. Everybody type 2 in the comments. I'm looking at a foreclosure live right now. First piece of information. I'm looking for the debt amount. How much is the debt on this bad boy? Can y'all see this? Let me hit some zoom action. Everybody type the number you see on the screen. What is that number? What is that number on the screen? $152,000, right? All right, let's go to the handy dandy calculator. Camille in the house. 152,000. That's our debt. Now let's hippity hop and jump back to here. And now the second piece of information we're going to look for is the date. When did they buy this originally? What is the deed of trust dated? November 2004. November 2004. How many years ago was 2004? That's almost 21 years ago, right? Once we get to November of 2025, that's 21 years ago. So we're at like 20 years and some change. That's an old mortgage. I like old mortgages. Why do I like old mortgages? Because the debt has likely been paid down. During the same time the debt's been paid down, the value has been going up. If I buy it, nice, Camille knows. If I buy it, I'm buying a lot of that equity. This is why foreclosures are a tremendous opportunity, and the opportunity is only getting gooder. It's good now, and it's going to get gooder. All right, here we go. So now I'm looking for the address of the property so I can go find the value. I can look up a potential value of this. Dude, I love Arizona. Their format is perfect. 3508 East Ariana Avenue. Gooder. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. 3508 East Ariana Avenue, Gilbert, Arizona. Gilbert, is that a good spot? Let me know in the comments. If you're in Arizona, is it East Ariana? Ariana, Gilbert, Arizona. 3508 East Ariana Avenue, Gilbert, Arizona. Is that a good area? Yes, Gilbert. Yup, I like gooder. Yeah, we like good, but we like gooder. We prefer goodest. Okay, look at this. Look at this house. Let's take a look at this. Dude, I'm just researching assets for Josephine. That's all I am. I work for her now. Okay, here we go. So look at this. Look at this. This is nice. This is nice. I'm cool with this. This is a newer build. Probably like 2004. It's got that vibe. 2004, 2003. Look at this in Arizona backyard. That looks hot. That looks real hot. There's got gravel. We don't have grass in Arizona. Okay, cool. I'm in. How much is the value on this one? $485. Zillow estimates $485. All right. So let's take a $485,000. Josephine, are you taking notes? I hope you are. Potential profit on this transaction. $485,000 is the value of this. Let's go. $485,000 is the value. The debt is $152,000. So at the foreclosure auction, I saw Scorpio in the background. Don't say that. I'm picking up my feet right now. The debt, $152,000. So when you go to a foreclosure auction, Wells Fargo National Bank bids $152,000 on this. Do I hear $152,100? You would get next bid. If you win on this one, and the value is $485,000, liens, we'll look at liens next. The value is $485,000. The debt's $152,000. Your potential profit is $333,000. If that is accurate, should we continue researching this asset? Type 1 for yes, type 2 for no. Hey, what's up, Renee Miller? Good evening. Renee Miller, did you play golf today? Oh, should we continue researching this, yes or no? C. Brown says yes. Trell the Barber says yes. Josephine says yes. Curious says maybe. How bougie are you? Well, we got to get a maybe on $300,000. Southern Bella says yes. I work, sadly. Well, maybe if your golf game was better, you could go professional. Maybe. Yes, Cheryl, yes. Jason, yes. Rich, of course we're going to continue this. So let me reset. If you're new here, my name is Will. I'm teaching you how we find and evaluate foreclosures live right now. I'm going to do one more. You ready? If you didn't get a chance to register for Thursday's class, I'm going to teach a class Thursday. How do you practice buying assets risk-free? Just like a video game. In a video game, if you mess up, you just reset the game. How do I do that with assets so I can practice buying them without money and without risk? I'm going to teach that class this Thursday. We're going to evaluate storage together. We're going to evaluate foreclosures together. We're going to talk about a variety of different assets. If you want to register for that class this Thursday, comment the word HELP. The class is free, and I'll show you how to register. But I'm going to reset. I'm going to teach you my first 5 steps to evaluating a foreclosure. Cool? The first step is a principle. The principle you have to understand. And don't mind your business. Don't be looking at my Google mailbox with 13,000 unread messages. How dare you? How dare you? Don't look at that. Help. Okay. To register for Thursday's class, the class is free. I teach my face off. I teach until I pass out. You just keep asking me questions, and I pass out. To register, go to my TikTok profile. When you get to my TikTok profile, just tap on my website. That's how you register. How do you get to my TikTok profile? See my big green face? tap it up here. Next to my dinosaur Bob, just tap on the green face there, then tap on the green face there. Boop, boop. That's going to take you to my TikTok profile. Tap on the website. When you tap on the website, you're looking for this. It says Passive Asset Class, June 12th. Once you register, come back in. What's up, Suzanne? I love it. Once you register, come back in the comments and say, I'm in like Flynn. If you make it rhyme, you get bonus points. It's like, whose line is it anyway? The points are all made up and they don't actually mean anything, but you'll win my love and admiration for the rest of the night. And then my love and admiration resets every night, so tomorrow you got to fight for it again. All right? So once you register, come in the comments and say, I'm in. Let's go to the first few steps of evaluating foreclosures. 14,000 emails. Hey, mind your business. You keep your eyes on the foreclosures. Don't be looking at all my stuff. All right? All right, lock in. What time is the meeting at again? On Thursday, Marissa, what's up? It's 7 o'clock Central Time in the evening. This is my first ever evening. I usually do Saturday mornings. This is probably my last evening. So 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern on Thursday. I'm in. Thank you. You're so welcome. That means don't email Will. Yeah, you can email me, but I don't know if I'll email you back. No, I'm just kidding. Who maintains property records in Texas? That's my burner account. Okay. So what I want to do, step number 1, everybody type 1. We're locked in. We're locked in. Everybody type 1. Kelson, let's go. Are the foreclosures supposed to be free to look at through the county courthouse? Usually they are, Kathy, excuse me. Usually they are. Some states do have a fee. That's why I recommend going to Xome, XOME.com. They have a lot of information on there for free if they don't have it for free at your county. Here we go. Jackson in the house. Where you been? Where you been, girl? All right, so step number 1, who maintains property records in your state? I live in Texas. So I want to Google who maintains property records in Texas. I know by law somebody in your state has to keep record of all the real estate transactions. Who is that person? So if I lived in Arizona, let me know in the comments what state you're in, and I'll look your state up real quick. Who lives in Arizona? In Arizona, property records are maintained primarily by the county recorder's office in each county. So then I want to go to the county recorder's office in step number 2. If I lived in Florida, Trell the Barber. If I lived in Florida, who maintains property records in Florida? In Florida, the county clerk of the courts, also known as the recorder's office. If I lived in Georgia, vibe with Norma. If I lived in Georgia, who maintains property records in Georgia? The local county superior clerk's office. Check London, France. You see what I did? Yeah, they don't know. Las Vegas is not a state, but we'll go to Nevada. Who maintains property records in Nevada? I am Will Myers, and I see a whole army of my fellow. No. Those are spammers, dude. People download my content. Can we all stay strong? Don't send them money or feet pictures. It's not me asking. I will never message you asking for either of those things. Who maintains property records in Nevada? Each of the 17 counties maintains their own property records. There's only 17 counties in Nevada? There's 254 counties in Texas. Is that true? There's only 17 counties? That's wild. Oh, because like most people don't live in Nevada. Like the counties are huge. That makes sense. Like it's just desert. All right, so here we go. Now let's go look at a foreclosure live right now. If you're new here, my name is Will. We're learning how to find and evaluate foreclosures live. You ready? Oh, that wasn't you asking for feed pics? It wasn't me. Who'd you send it to? Good luck, dog. Good luck. All right, so here we go. I'm in Maricopa County, Arizona. Let's go look at a foreclosure live right now. You ready? Suffolk County, New York. Who maintains property records in New York? They do it at the sheriff's sale. It's a sheriff's sale in New York. Our man Gotham. County clerk's office. And then your sheriff's sale is going to do it. I'll show you some sheriff's sales in Ohio in just a minute. All right, let's go here. Let's clear that. I feel violated. Yeah, you should. You probably should. Don't send that stuff. All right, notice the trustee sale. We're looking at a foreclosure announcement live right now. This is what it looks like. Everybody type 2 in the comments because we're looking for 2 pieces of information. Anthony Ward, I'm in. I will see you Thursday evening. We're going to learn and teach our face off. How do I buy assets risk-free? Practice and practice and practice and practice so I don't risk my money. Let's learn how to buy. You ready? 2 pieces of information. Do one in Kansas next, please. Okay, I'm in also. Let's go, Jason. Okay, if I get time, I'll get to Kansas. So I'm looking for 2 pieces of information. The first piece of information is what is the debt amount remaining on this thing? $400,000. You see that? $400,000. So I'm going to take my debt amount, $400,000. When's a good time to get together? I think I'm going to do an Austin, Texas meetup. Y'all want to do a meetup and like learn how to buy assets live together? You want to do that? Just say yes in the comments if you want to. So the debt is $400,000. That's my debt amount. And I found this on my foreclosure announcement. So this is the document we're looking at. It says notice of substitute trustee sale. This is the foreclosure announcement. Cool. So now that I found that, I want to look for the address so I can look at the value. Just got off my 7 to 7 job. Adam, let's go. Watching and learning while in the shower. Yo, TMI. Everybody say TMI in the comments. Hey, yo. Hey, yo, bing bong. Hey, take me to dinner. So here we go. This is the location, 3209 East Maryland Road, Phoenix. TMI. Everybody say TMI. How many of you are on the toilet right now? Type T in the comments or give me toilet emoji. Baby, I'll support you in your educational journey no matter where you're at. Doesn't matter to me. Here we go. All right, 3209 East Maryland Road. 3209 East Maryland Road. What was that? Phoenix, Arizona. TMI. Oh, somebody's in bed. Toilet. I'm in my car. Let's go vibe with Norma. I've been in the shower during learning time. How many of you? Toilet? Okay, we got some toilets. We got some bathroom time. We got some shower time. Baby, y'all need to, I do appreciate you locked in and wanting to learn the training. I do think we should set a specific time where you're like, notepad, pen, do your thing. Who am I to judge? Who am I? Okay? All right, bath time too. All right, just lock in. Here we go. Let's lock in. All right, here we go. So I'm looking up the value. Everybody type V in the comments and let's get this train back on the tracks. V for value. Sofa City. Let's go, Sofa City. Just Ginny Jit. I've never heard Sofa City. Dude, I am in. Oh my gosh. What's up, Poppy? Oh man, there's my baby mama. Somebody block my baby mama. How did she get in here? Oh my gosh, my baby mama. I'm taking screenshots. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough on Sofa City. The other night I was like this and it fell and hit me in the face. Don't do it. Ooh. Ooh. This is the foreclosure auction. Everybody say, hey, yo. 3209 East Maryland Road. We are locked in, fam. Look at this. How many of you picture foreclosures being pieces of crap? Just say yes in the comments or type 1. You're like, man, they must pour concrete down the toilets. They must like pee in the corners. The ceilings are all broken. Bing bong. That's right. Take me to dinner. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Hey, yo, I need to send this to Josephine. Stat. Okay, so that's the address. The value, the debt is $400,000. Let's go back to this. What do they estimate? Ah, look at this. They sold it right before it went to auction. So this is not going to auction. It sold for $500,000. It wasn't really that good of one. I mean, value, 500 grand. So your potential profit could have been 100,000. So let's take this down. But they got it. So a lot of times what you'll see, about half of them, gosh dang, but almost. The value on this one was $500,000. The debt owed was $400,000. They sold it right before it went to foreclosure. Hey, yo. So the potential profit was 100 grand. But this is nice. This was a foreclosure. And they sold it right before, which is great. That's great for them. That's awesome. They did a price cut. Let's look at how many price cuts they had to do. Listed for sale, $515. Okay, so look at this. They bought this thing in less than a year ago, May 31st, 2024. May 30, they try to do it. Renee. May 31st, or they do short sales. May 31st, 2024, the owners bought it for $422. Then less than a year later, they tried to list it for $100,000 more, $515. Sat on the market, didn't sell. They finally sold it for $500. So minus 6% closing cost, all that stuff. Why foreclosure? We could look into it, but let's do another one. You want to do one more foreclosure before we go? If you didn't get a chance to register, I'm teaching a free class. How many of you want to learn how to buy assets without spending or risking your money out of the gate? What happened to my camera? Bro, hello? Hello? Will, this is your conscience. Hello, why is my conscience here? I need to talk to you. You need to talk to me. I'm just trying to teach foreclosures. Have you ever thought about giving your life to Jesus Christ? Why are we doing this now? What is going on? Hello? Hello? This is your conscience. You really need to exercise more. What are you talking about? Why are we? Hello? Where am I? Have you thought about eating less carbs? Did you have to eat 2 desserts today? How did you know? Who is this? How did you know? Where? Hello? Where are you? I'm always watching you. Okay, I don't know what happened to my camera. All right. Yeah, Will did not pay the light bill. Dude, I don't know. But first of all, my conscience is needs to chill out. We need to. Let's do one more foreclosure. I'm still here. I think my camera overheated or something. I need to speak to you about your car warranty. How do you know? Hey, how did you get in here? Turn my lights back on. Okay, so we're gonna do one more foreclosure in the dark. Because how many of you are in the dark in your house right now? Type D for dark in the comments. You're on the Sofa City, dude. Who said Sofa City? I'm gonna remember that forever. Love that. All right, back to foreclosures. Here we go. Let's do one more foreclosure. We're in the dark. Kansas next. All right, let's do Kansas. Who maintains property records in Kansas? Can you believe my camera? Come on, dog. Alaska has lots of goodies. That's lots of D's. Wow. Speaking of Morningwood, good evening, Morningwood. Hot stuff on camera burned out the lens. Let's go, baby. All right, here we go. In Kansas, property records are maintained by the county level by the Register of Deeds. Okay, so what are some, let's go to Kansas counties. Kansas counties. Kansas County map. Let's do that. All right, here we go. Kansas County map. Suncatcher Studio. Wow. Okay, what's a big county? What's a big county? What is Kansas City? Is it like over here? What is a big county in Kansas? Somebody let me know. Wyandotte County? Dude, let's go. I don't even know what that is. Hold on. I got to read this one. Wyandotte. Oh, I missed the W. Wyandotte County. Wyandotte chicken? What's a Wyandotte chicken? Kansas County Clerk. Is that what it said? Clerk. Here we go. Wichita County. Okay, just Jenny Jen. I think she was the one that said Sofa City because I'm never going to forget her name. Okay, clerk's office. So what did it say? Who maintains property records in Kansas? Is the Register of Deeds? Okay, that makes sense. Let's go to the clerk's office. Let's see what they got in here. Engage with us. Government services. Business. Departments. I want to... UG calendar. We're going to have to figure this out. I've never done this before. Largest in Kansas is what? Butler County. Okay, let's do a big one. One with a budget. Butler County, Kansas, Register of Deeds. Register of Deeds. Bam. Okay, let's go straight to the source. Butler County, Kansas. Bucox.com? All right. Who is running the county of Kansas decision-making? Bucox.com is what they decided. Like, you know what, guys? I got an idea. Let's name our website that. That's a risky click of the day. That worked out just fine. We're all still here. I don't know who decided that. All right. So let's go Register of Deeds. I'm looking for my foreclosures. Landfill and recycling. Departments. I want to apply for a job. Nope. I want to departments. Aging. What are y'all doing in the aging department? Testing rats? What is this? Visitors? Residents. Okay, here we go. Property search. Let's go to property search. My taxes. Here we go. We're looking for it. We're not in Kansas anymore, Toto. Yeah, Kansas is kind of messing with us. Register of Deeds, Treasurer's Office, tax information, real estate information, accept. Okay. This looks... I got to log in. Okay, public access. Here we go. Public. Let me in the door. Here we go. Property owner, appraised value. All right, we're going to have to mess around with Kansas another time because they're giving us a hard time. Register of Deeds. Okay. GIS map. Maybe. Let me show you how real estate records 1952 to date. Okay, this might work. Hold on. What is this? Real estate information search. Accept. Public. I was just here. Okay, here we go. Let's go to property description, additional search fields, show details, rental property, ag, property class, parcel. Jeez Louise. No, this is not it. All right. Let's go to Ohio. Yeah, let me show you this. Let's go up to, okay, everybody say boo, Kansas. Boo. We're going to boo Kansas. If you can see my camera right now, I'm booing. My camera went out, guys. My camera went out. Okay, so look at this. Franklin County. Let me show you how to do this. Let's go to, do I have it in here? All right, stand by. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for just a second. Let's go boo, boo Kansas. I'll come back to Kansas another time. Boo, C. Brown, Rich, boo, Felix, boo. Yeah, boo. Florida, Kansas. Yeah, Florida's good too. I'll show you Florida in a second. Let me get my other spreadsheet pulled up. Let me show you this. All right, here we go. Check this out. We're going to do some screen share action, and let's go to Hamilton County, Ohio. So online auction, bam. Let's go to sheriff's office, bam. So I pre-select a lot of this stuff. So property sales search, Ohio. Look at this, property sales and dates. So in Hamilton County, anybody in Ohio? If you're in Ohio, let me see you. Raise your hand, wave it like you just don't care. So now they have a calendar. I do this all over the country. And they have actually the opening bid and the appraised value. So Ohio's actually kind of cool in that they'll do some of this stuff. Now, you can't ever trust it. Opening bid 280, appraised value 420. Opening bid 138, appraised value 207. Opening bid 84,000, appraised value 126. Cool? Yeah? See it? TikToker. What's up, TikToker? If you're new here, guys, and you didn't get a chance to register, let's do one more. Florida County Clerk. So you go to Florida County Clerk. What's a county? Broward County? Let's do Broward County. What is that? Miami? Is that Broward County? Marriage license, foreclosures. Look at this, right on the front landing page. Yo, that's cool. That's cool. So look at this foreclosure. Look at Brenda. Everybody say, hey, Brenda. Look at Brenda. Look at the pose. Get it, girl. Do your thing. Foreclosure sales. All right, here we go. Foreclosure sales. This is a real auction website. Yeah, Florida uses, I think, a third party. Broward County. You will be redirected to your destination within 2 seconds. Here we go. You ready? Dude, yeah, Brenda was getting it. All right, Brenda. Foreclosure sales, viewing foreclosure files, successful bidder, blah-de-blah-de-blah, opens a new tab. Okay, I was already there. Let's go back here. I'm going to have to poke around in Florida, too. Clerk of the courts, property appraiser, foreclosure process, training. Ooh, look at this. They've got, like, YouTube videos. If you're in registration, calendar, auction details, watch list, name on the title, bidding. How do I place a bid? Look at this. They have a YouTube video. Cool? Awesome. All right, guys. We're going to dip like a chip. Y'all want to do one more foreclosure before I get out of here? Yes or no? If you want to do one more foreclosure before we get out of here, we might do one more if there's enough enthusiasm. Just type 1 in the comments. If we get enough enthusiasm, we will do it. If there's not enough enthusiasm, we will end this now. You tell me. Let me know. Let me know in the comments if you want to do it. If you're down like Foxy Brown, we'll do it. Yeah? All right. The enthusiasm is there. The enthusiasm is there, so we're gonna do this. I did not pay my light bill, so that's why we're in the dark. But don't worry, I will pay it next month. Step number 1. Everybody type 1 in the comments. You want to figure out who in your state maintains property records. I would go to the Google machine and I would type in this phrase: who maintains property records in your state? Your state. Who maintains property records in Texas? That's where I live. In Texas, the property records are maintained by the county clerk. Well, let's pretend I live in San Antonio, Texas. Let's go back to the Google machine. I'm in Google, and I go, I live in San Antonio, and I know my county is Bexar County. Bexar County Clerk. And I hit the go button. And the go button, woohoo, what's up, Marissa? And I hit the go button, and I'm in Bexar County. I'm going to click on the clerk. Boom. Now I'm going to look for my list of foreclosures. So number 1, I figured out that the county clerk maintains property records. In your state, it could be somebody different. Number 2, I'm going to go straight to the source of the Bexar County. Number 3, I'm going to look for the foreclosure. Does anybody see it? Type F for foreclosure. By the way, if you didn't get a chance to register, this is your last call. On Thursday, I'm teaching a free class, passive assets class. If you want to learn how to buy assets that produce profit risk-free, you practice buying them over and over and over again like a video game, and then you reset the game and you start over. If you want to learn how to buy assets risk-free and practice doing that, I'm teaching that class for free on Thursday. Go to my website to register. To get to my website, go to my TikTok profile. The TikTok profile is my big green face. It's on the screen in the top corner. Like top left corner, you see it by the time in your phone. And then go tap my website. Once you register, come in the comments and say I'm in. All right, let's go back to Bexar County. I'm going to click on the foreclosure map. Have I bought? I bought several. Yes. Big fan of foreclosures. Big fan. Big fan. I go to foreclosure auctions all the time, and I bid, and I buy. Property taxes in Tulsa, Oklahoma, less than $2K. Come here. Let's go, dude. Do you have to get the loan pre-approval to do the auction? You could finance money before you go to the foreclosure, for sure, 100%. Are the foreclosed lists better for sale than free ones? Are the foreclosed lists better? It's no, because the county is your source. That's why I teach you the source. So let me show you this. Like, I'm at the county level. Let's go up to Stone Oak. Stone Oak's bougie. Anybody in San Antonio in here? You know San Antonio's got those women that like the churros. So here we go. Check this out. This is an actual announcement. So let's look at the value. Everybody type V in the comments for value. Step number 1, we're going to look for the values. The churros, what's he talking about? So I'm going to take the address from the foreclosure announcement, and I'm going to look at the value. Look at this. This one's for sale. They're trying to sell it before it goes to auction. Boop, boop, boop. This is nice. How many of you would live in this house? This is foreclosure. Yeah, Irene knows. Irene, dude, those churros are good. I don't even blame them. This is a nice house. I would buy this. I would buy this right now, but let's see if we can get a better deal. Very nice. I like. Hang like Sleevo Wizard. This is very nice. I like. He's got a nice backyard. Got a nice big brown deck. Dude, this has got some trees. This is nice. Okay, cool. So what's the potential value on this thing? What'd they say? $396? Okay, so let's take that $390. Whoa, hey. Let's go to properties. Let's go to value, 396, 1, 2, 3. I always thought foreclosure was supposed to be a dump. That's what most people think. That's what most people think. It's not always that way, but it can be for sure. All right, let's get rid of you and here. So now I found the value for 396. I'm going to click on this button. I'm at the county clerk level. It's going to take me to the announcement of the foreclosure. This is the notice of them announcing the foreclosure. Notice a substitute trustee sale. So I'm going to look for some information on this document. Okay. Step number 1 is I'm going to look for the debt amount. Can anybody read this debt amount? Let me hit some zoom action. Can y'all read that debt amount right there? What is that? What does that debt amount say? How much debt is on this property as we're looking at this foreclosure? How much debt? Is that $370,000? Okay, so let's plug this in. The value is $396. If the debt is $370,000, that's a potential profit of $26,000. If one thing goes wrong, we're in the negative. How many of you want to continue researching this? Type 1. How many of you are going to pass? Type 2 for pass. Nope, I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Nope. Nope. What if you got to replace a roof? Gone. Air conditioner goes out. Depending how big the air conditioner is. Mostly gone. So we're going to pass on this deal. I'm going to come back and do this again. Pass, yucky deal. Foreclosures are only going to get bigger. If you want to learn, Furnace goes, if you want to learn more about foreclosures, I am teaching, I feel like the foreclosure Paul Revere. Foreclosures are coming. 400,000 to 1 million foreclosures are coming, and I'm going to teach all of this and more on June 12th. Okay, this is the bull. Yeah, I'm teaching all this on June 12th. If you want to register for the class, it is free, but I do not have unlimited capacity. It's on Zoom. I'm going to be sharing my screen, sharing a lot of information and deals. I'm going to walk you deal by deal, step by step through it. So go register. I don't know what my limit on my Zoom account is or whatever, but go register. How do you register? Go to my TikTok profile. My big green face is here. It's also on your screen. Go to the top left-hand corner of this screen. Tap on the green. Then tap on the green when it pops up again, and then go to my website. Once you tap on the website like that, bam, you are in. How many of you already registered? Say yes. How many of you need to register? Type in the comments for need. And then we'll do more foreclosures. I don't know what happened to my camera. This is your conscience. Yeah, hello? Hello? I need to talk to you about your car warranty. Wait, what? How did you get in here? You're in my head. Yes, let's go. Yes, go. We don't see your face at all. Oh, yeah. Okay, no, my face is right here. See green face? Tap on the green face, top left corner. That's how you register. Just keep tapping my green face. This is the only time you can tap my face. Already in. Let's go. Let's go. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, guys, we're going to dip like a chip. If you didn't get a chance to register for Thursday's class, I would go do it now. We'll do more foreclosures later this week. If you're new here, my name is Will. I go live all the time, and I teach you what I did to get financially free by age 29. I know. My camera went out. It gave me like an overheating warning, and then it went out. It's hot in Texas, okay? It's hot in Texas. Susanna, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. All right, we're going to get out of here. I appreciate you guys. Y'all have a good evening. Hope you learned something. And if you didn't, well, we'll try again next time. Cool? Excited for Thursday? Let's go, Rich. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to drop a bunch of stuff on you. I'm going to share a lot of different assets that I've been looking at, that we've been buying, and talk even more about foreclosures. So if you want to learn about assets, I would go register. Just go to my TikTok profile, tap my website. The class is free. Cool. Bye. Bye, C. Brown. See you guys later. Take care. Peace. Peace out.